Good morning and welcome to the OATF Annual Trade Fair 2023 Focus Show. Today we will be joined by Toivo Njebela, the editorial coordinator of the OATF Focus, and we'll be talking marketing with our marketing coordinator, Lita Angor. Join us after the break. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Now with me in studio is Mr. Toivo Njebela, the editorial coordinator of the OATF Focus. How are you doing today?
Oh, very well. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining me. Yeah. All right, so start us off by telling us, is NMH taking part in the OATF Annual Trade Fair this year?
Yeah, for us it's a tradition. Every year we participate. It will be different this year because in the past we've participated mostly as an exhibitor. Mm-hmm. But times are evolving, so we thought, why don't we do it differently this time around, playing a more supportive role to the event itself, mm-hmm. Especially from a media and information dissemination point of view. So we'll be participating more as a news outlet, really giving out as much information and updates from the venue. So that will be our role more this year.
All right. Mm-hmm. And what can readers and viewers expect from you this year?
Yeah, I think because we have taken a deliberate decision to play just that role of disseminating information and updates coming from there, I think there'll be hourly updates as to what is happening there. We'll be speaking to exhibitors from your corporate ones to the ordinary vendors, those passionate ladies and I mean, usually it's a lot of ladies that are there. Of course, men also be interviewed. Yeah. But we'll be speaking to them, try and create a platform for them because, I mean, look, if we come to your stall and interview you and you show us what you are displaying and, you have an opportunity to also say, look, come to stall number what, speak and look at our products. Maybe there are things that you can get for yourselves. Really providing that voice for people who ordinarily do not have a platform as big as ours. And I can tell you, for us, it's a big platform. We have nearly 500,000 followers on Facebook. So if you were to feature on there, you are reaching. It's a
great marketing strategy, basically. Yeah.
Absolutely, yes.
All right. So I mean, obviously, some challenges will come with this. Not everyone is comfortable being interviewed. Not everyone is comfortable being in front of the camera. Yeah. How would you tackle that?
Yeah, look, I mean, it's a strictly voluntary exercise. Those that camera shy will not have a gun held to their head saying, speak. No. It's really going around, say, what are you busy with? Do you want to speak to your potential audiences out there? If they say yes, we are happy, we do that. But I don't anticipate any serious business person really missing out on an opportunity to speak to the audience, to the global audience. So I think everybody will be willing to speak to us.
Definitely, and you did say that you'll be giving hourly updates on Namibian Sun's Facebook page, I assume?
Yes, primarily yes, but a lot of that will also filter to NTV, which is channel 285 on DSTV, and I think 25 on GoTV. So there are, important snippets that will reach television itself, but I think Facebook is the biggest platform.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, we are definitely looking forward to seeing what the trade fair has in store for us this year. So why is it important for an organization like NMH to be involved in the trade fair?
Yeah, I think the stakeholders are similar. The people who will be displaying their services and products at the trade fair, who are clients of Ongwediva Town Council in that moment, are our regular readers, our regular advertisers. So there's that commonality between the two parties, and we just think that it is the little that we can do for the people. There's no commercial value for us this time around. We are really just doing it for the people, giving them a voice, expanding their platform. We must play that role too as a media house.
Like you did say, it is all about disseminating information. So obviously with trade fair, there are a lot of competitions that are going to be taking place, and I know a lot of people are definitely excited for that. So what are some of the competitions that are going to be taking place?
Yeah, so we have an exciting one sponsored by ShopRite, and we must thank our colleagues and friends at ShopRite for their role in this. So we have, people, August is about the North. And, and there are weddings, the trade fair, and other events lined up. In fact, the Heroes Day commemoration was supposed to take place in Umthia until at the very last minute when it was announced that it will be moved now to Windhoek because the Cuban president is coming as a guest of President Hage Geingob, and I think they felt that it's better to just do everything in Windhoek. So it's always a hive of activity. So the North is an exciting place, but how best do people actually know the North? And that is the kind of challenge that we're going to put to people in our competition with ShopRite, where we are going to put photos, landmark photos, and people must guess where in the North is this.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, it will be really different places in the 4O regions. People must tell us where that photo was taken, and the lucky winner will then be on a daily basis from the 25th, which is Friday, until the 2nd of September when the trade fair ends. Every day there will be $1,000 up for winning for those. Yeah, for those.
Nice.
Yeah. So really we are excited about that because we want to stimulate thinking also. It's not just about competitions, but $1,000 being won every day, but really also to allow people to think, challenge their thinking, challenge their knowledge, and hopefully, those that are getting the right answers, among them, one of them will then be chosen on a daily basis for that $1,000.
I mean, it is a great competition because, like you're saying, most of the times we know, that landmark, but we don't actually actively remember, okay, it is located where and where. I can't tell you how many landmarks I know, and they're like, I know where it is, but you don't actually know where it is. So it's great that with such competitions, it's basically enriching Namibia's culture even more.
Absolutely.
And that is actually a great competition. I mean, $1,000 is a pretty good incentive.
In times like this.
In times like this, in this economy.
Yeah, I tell you, it's crazy.
So everyone needs to definitely brush up on their cultural skills, I would say. Yeah. Polish up on basically the landmarks of Namibia. Yeah, sure, you're so used to seeing it every day, but take time to actually learn more about the landmark.
Absolutely.
Why is it a landmark? What makes it a landmark? What history is behind it?
Yeah.
Exactly,
Yeah.
things
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
So, any final words?
Yeah, so on the competition, details on how to go about that will be shared on our platforms prior to Friday. So people might just look out for our Facebook page, Namibian Sun newspaper, all our NMH newspapers, Republican, Allgemeine Zeitung, And then, yeah, details will be there because there will be a bit of scanning, and then things will pop up on your phone, and then
it's all about convenience.
Yeah, absolutely, in your hand.
In your hand,
yeah. But I think we are excited about the 2023 ONGWEDIVA Annual Trade Fair. It is the second after COVID-19 had disrupted it for the past 2 or 3 years.
Yes.
So it's an economy bouncing back, it's a north bouncing back, it's ONGWEDIVA coming to people saying, look, we are not lost in the web of COVID-19, we are back and we are ready to be bigger, and we want to partner in that sense and be actually a very good disseminator of information, and we'll be doing that brilliantly as we always do.
As always.
Yes.
And you know, like you did say, it's the economy booming, and it's also just the tourism sector booming, because a lot of the times people come to Windhoek, but then now there's something happening in ONGWEDIVA. So like you did say, everyone is going to be flocking to ONGWEDIVA.
Absolutely.
So it is something that we are definitely looking forward to, and we are looking forward to the competition, and of course the updates on the Facebook pages, just to see what people can expect, what stalls are there, what they can buy, and yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, thank you so much, Toivo, for joining me today. Stick around, we'll be right back with more Focus after the break. You're still watching the ONGWEDIVA Annual Trade Fair 2023 Focus Show. Now joining me is Lita Angur, the Marketing Coordinator of the ONGWEDIVA Annual Trade Fair Focus 2023. How are you doing today, Lita?
I'm good, thank you. How are you, Diana?
I'm great. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so because we are talking all about the ONGWEDIVA Annual Trade Fair, we need to talk about it from a marketing perspective, right? So tell us a little more about the OATF Focus Edition.
Okay, so the OATF Focus Edition derives from the ONGWEDIVA Annual Trade Fair, which is hosted every year in ONGWEDIVA, the town itself. So that's where the focus derives from. And the focus mostly focuses on exhibitors as per se, but we also then try to incorporate all the other companies and everybody, like companies who have offices up in the north and so forth.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So how do you, as the marketing team, source clients to advertise? I can't imagine it's an easy task.
No, it's not easy, but we do it. So what happens is 2 months ahead before the initial trade fair, we take a trip up north. So this year, myself and Johan, we went to the north. But we first started in Ochivarongo.
Okay.
So we traveled for, say, up to 5 days. And each day we had a pit stop and we had like clients and we had clients to see. We had meetings that we, obviously, some we did cold calling. Cold calling is when you just pitch up and you're like, hello, my name is Rita. Yeah. Then, yeah, the other clients, we obviously had meetings set up already from here in advance. So we then did Ochivarongo. And in Ochivarongo, thereafter we went to Ocho as well. And from Ocho, we went to Tsumeb. We also slept in Tsumeb, and then we did a bit of Tsumeb clients here and there, and then we traveled to Ondangwa. Okay. We did a few Ondangwa clients, and then we stopped in Ongwediva for 3 days.
Wow.
So Ongwediva was like our playground.
Wow.
Yeah. So we then approached all the clients in the north, from the north, every angle, to try and source them for the Ongwediva Trade Fair Focus. But it's quite easier because they already know about the focus. Yeah, it's been long coming.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I feel like like you're saying, because it's been long coming, sometimes people would actually take offense, like, hey, why didn't you come to me?
Exactly.
You know, right?
No, we actually had a client who was like, I'm very angry that you guys didn't include me in last year's focus.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but we were just like, You know, so you actually get clients who are eager to be in the focus edition.
Yeah. Do you have some that like that client, for example, that slipped through the cracks?
Yeah.
Or is it like a thing of, also do you have recurring clients?
Yes, we do. We have recurring clients, a lot of them actually. We actually have clients who also call us instead.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, we were like, when is the focus edition coming out? Wow. Did you guys start recruiting already? So it builds up. Yeah.
All right, so just a little more in depth about the focus edition itself. What can we find in there? What do we find in the focus edition?
So what you find in the focus edition is really editorial pieces, obviously now about Ongwediva, mostly about the town, because the focus edition is about Ongwediva. Yes. But also then we have a few adverts. We have adverts from Nampost, we have Liberty Life, we have Bank BIC, Ongwediva Town Council. It's a must. They're hosting us, you know. Yes. And then we also have Old Mutual. Okay. They were the clients that advertised with us this year. Yeah.
All right. So I'm glad you briefly mentioned those ones. So those are some of the clients who are featured in this year's OATF Focus.
Yes, and also to mention, we have a 2-pager insert from CTM.
Oh,
in the focus edition.
Oh, I see. All right, so those are most of the clients.
Yes, most of the clients. CTM came on board as a client as well this year.
And that was probably pretty amazing.
It was. It's something new.
I mean, definitely, right? So are you looking forward to traveling again? I mean, you traveled prior, and that was a little more stressful, I can imagine, because you're trying to source clients. It was. But now at least you're not really, I mean, you're working, but not really working, technically speaking.
It's a bit chilled now. So obviously now we're going back to engage with a few clients who have stalls there who advertised. I'll be handing out a few of our gloss magazines, the magazines of the OATF, and also hand them out to new clients for next year, you know. Also just greet and meet, network and everything.
So with obviously you going there and talking more with the clients, would you say it's also a learning opportunity to find out, okay, this worked for us this year, or this didn't work for us this year, so next year we need to take a different approach, things like that?
Definitely, because it's you live to learn, and you're like, this didn't work this year, so obviously we'll take this different approach and do this better. And also you saw a few clients who didn't make it for the focus edition, we'll also hand them the magazines and be like, see, this is a book. Here we are. next year this year you could be here, but don't worry, we're coming back next year. You get, yeah, like that.
Is there a specific criteria for clients who want to be featured in the focus?
Not at all.
Not at all.
Not at all.
So you either call them or they call you?
Yes,
it works either way.
It's that easy.
It's that easy.
Yeah.
So do you have any last words to add?
Yeah, any last words is our tablet is out today. So the tablet, the newspaper size is out today in the newspaper. So grab your copy, Republican am Evensan Allgemeine Zeitung, and the Gloss magazine will be out next week. I'll be handing them out, yes.
So you are going to be there at the trade fair for the duration of the whole trade fair. Like I said, it is a little bit of work and play.
Yeah.
But
both, yeah.
You enjoy it. You would say you definitely enjoy it.
Definitely.
All right. Thank you so much, Lita, for joining me today.
Thank you so much, Diana.
It's always lovely having you and chatting to you. You know, it's different to hear things from a marketing perspective, because at the end of the day, we always see how these things come together, but we don't actually know what goes on behind the scenes. Yeah. And there is a lot of work that goes.
It's a lot.
It's quite hectic. I can imagine.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of people skills, so I can't imagine trying to get people on board. So I have to commend you.
Yeah,
you are doing an amazing job.
Thank you so much.
We'll now take a quick ad break and return with our goodbyes. Well, that brings us to the end of today's episode. Thank you so much for joining me, Diana Master, for the Ongwediva Annual Trade Fair 2023 Focus Show. Now, the trade fair officially kicks off this Friday, the 25th of August, and it will run until the 2nd of September. On that note, we do wish you a lovely Tuesday ahead.